Hi, welcome back. This is Jennifer Scrapping Kane. Today I'm sharing a double 8.5 by 11 layout for the design team on the Scraproom, and I am using Simple Stories Rustic Legend. And I love this boy collection. Give me all the boy collections, please. I have some photos of my son that I took last Easter. So these photos are a little over a year old, and he looked so handsome, and I was so glad that he allowed me to take a few pictures of him. He even smiled, and I really love the way they turned out. So first I'm going to show you flavors of the month. You receive a few chipboard pieces, and I don't believe any embellishments, just chipboard pieces are in this little baggie. So these are the pieces that I received. I have a few little stars, a little title piece, and some shapes. And I am going to use quite a bit of these pieces on the layout. I also received half of a sticker sheet. So I received the half that has the black border on it with the ruler, and then a star, a tree, a little radio. This one here has records, but I love the blue side of this paper. It's like a blue purple color, and I really like it. This one here is a nice ledger on one side and then stripes on the other side. This red here I also love. And then cut aparts are on the other side. I also love the cut aparts for journaling or adding them as photo mats. I have two pieces of cream cardstock, and of course I'm going to doctor that up. I have half of the foam title bits, and this is the half that I received. And I just like the colors in this collection. It's kind of a unique color palette, a little bit different than the traditional boy colors. It plays into a lot of the jewel tones, but also they're not as bright as jewels. But I really love the colors. That green is absolutely beautiful in real life. And then I received another half of a sticker sheet, and this is for Shots of Life. The two pattern papers I showed, that was for the pattern paper add-on. Shots of Life gives you a cut apart sheet, which is this one here, and then the opposite side is this blue paper. Again, I love that blue in the collection. So first, I'm going to get started on doctoring up my cardstock because I don't like white backgrounds. Even though this is a cream color, I decided to go with brown ink. This is Distress Oxide in a bottle. And I'm going to use a dauber and a stencil that looks like wood grain. So I'm going to turn this background into like a wood grain background. And I love the way that it turns out. I think it actually works really well with the photos since he's standing outside, and it turned out really good. And it's not a whole lot of water since it is ink based. It's not, I didn't add water to the ink. I just used the ink straight out of the bottle, placed it on the dauber, and then rubbed it through the stencil. And it doesn't warp the paper at all. It just, adds a nice wood grain texture to the background. And I think that's perfect. It makes it basically another pattern paper. And that works for me because, again, I don't like the white background. So here I'm going to add in the second sheet, and I am leaving a little bit of the center. I'm not really using ink on that because that's where the photos are going to go. So it's going to get covered up there anyways. So I didn't want to use up any more ink than I have to. I'm just going to keep doing it. As you can see, I didn't like tape it down or anything like that. I'm just holding it in place and rubbing the dauber. And it worked really well. The dauber did not like bleed underneath the stencil or anything like that. As you can see, I have to keep adding ink because the dauber does soak up a lot of the ink. But I like the way that it turned out. And I've had these inks for a while in my stash, and I don't always grab for them. So I'm okay with using them. This one here, I had to kind of overlap the stencil a little bit, make sure that it's not going to be in the wrong place. I didn't want it to look off. So I did try to get it in the right place and make it look right. And again, I'm just going to go around and ink it up all the way around. And then I will come in and I will also ink up the edges of the layout. And then that will like tie everything together. So basically it's going to look like brown paper instead of like the cream colored paper, but you're still going to see the cream because of the like stenciling behind the stenciling. But this is how I do the edges. Again, just use that same dauber and go around the edge really lightly and then a little bit darker, but I'm not trying to like go in too far. I almost did the wrong side, almost did the middle instead of the side, but I caught myself and it's okay. In the end, you really can't tell. So here, I'm going to keep doing this, and then I believe I will come in and do splatters. I want to make sure that the inks are, it's all inked up on the edges. Yeah, I went ahead and just did splatters with the ink, and I'm just dropping a few of those. I didn't want too many, but I did want just a little bit of splatters. I rolled them up with a paper towel and then came in with a different ink. This one is a little bit lighter, I believe. And I'm just going to roll those ones up too. And then I came in and lightly went around and added more of that lighter ink color in the background. And then I'm going to add white acrylic paint, and I'm going to use that ink so it's almost the cream color that you see in the background. It's not exactly the same. It is still a little bit lighter, so you are going to see it on top. But I just went ahead and added light splatters of that. You can see it in real life. I'm not sure how well it's going to come off in video or in the photos, but in real life, you definitely can see where I added those splatters. But again, I'm just adding a little bit more to add to that stenciling and to make it look just distressed and grunge. That is my favorite way to go. And again, I'm going to roll those up with a paper towel, kind of help it dry a little bit. So there you go. There's a little bit of a close-up. And I love the way this background turned out. I think it was perfect, like I said, for the photos and just so that I didn't have a plain white background or a cream colored background. So as you can see, part of the cream paper is missing. I'm going to use that for photo mats. So I needed a little bit more for the larger photo, and then I used the cutoff pieces for the other ones. The other ones are 3x4. I trimmed them down slightly smaller than 3x4. I believe they're 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and then they were able to fit on the cream paper that I cut off of the 12x12 paper and use as a photo mat. So I just have a really thin cream border for the photo, and then I'm going to place them on black cardstock. And the larger photo I placed on the red paper. And again, that was just to add a little pop of that red. I'm going to bring in a little bit of all of the colors, the blue, the yellow, the red, and then that gorgeous green color. The green doesn't totally match with my photos. The green in the photos is more of a grassy green. And then that other green color is more of like a jewel tone green. But it's okay. In the end, it's going to play well with the embellishments. So I'm going to go ahead and add it. So here I'm adding this blue paper in the background. I want the photos to sit on top of that blue paper. Kind of like a photo mat, but not really because they're already matted on the black and the cream. But I do want it to look like, they fit right on top of that blue. I'm going to add the green at the top, and then I believe I added at the bottom too. Sorry, I did this a while ago and already forgot what I did. Yeah, I'm going to add it at the bottom and the top, I believe. Let me get the layout out so that I can tell you what the little wordy bits say when I add those. Also, yeah, I'm going to bring in the green at the top and the bottom. So I wanted it to be a little bit thinner at the top than at the bottom. And then I'm going to bring in that ruler up here at the top. That is from the pattern paper. And it has red markings on it. So that brings in a little touch of the red since the one photo is matted in red. And then I'm going to bring the black ruler at the bottom. That's the border sticker one. And then I'm also going to bring in the other border sticker, which is the stripes along with, like, it looks like it's torn paper. and I'm going to add it right on top of that black roller. And then these pieces here are 1/2 inch, I believe, and they're the red pieces. They are going to go tucked in behind the blue paper, but on the outside of the green and the rulers. I just wanted it to look like it closed in, but it also goes over it with the blue paper. And I did tear the edges of the blue paper. Oh no, I didn't. I decided not to, actually. Those are straight edges. And I'm going to tuck in the red paper over here on the right hand side also. There you go, got that part all finished up. And now I'm going to add my photos. So that one there that's going in the middle, it is going to be cut slightly, but I'm not going to cut through him. I'm just going to cut through the photo. So it's just a little slight edge, about probably 1/2 inch. No, actually, it's on like 1/4 inch of the photo that gets cut. It's about 1/2 inch total of the mat and the photo. But so there you go. I'm going to place that part on the left hand side, and then the larger part of the photo is going to go on the right hand side. But I want to get that down before I attach the other photos down. So that's what I'm doing here. Oh, actually, second thought. I'm going to go ahead and cut the layout apart. I have washi tape on the back, or Scotch tape. I'm not sure which one. I probably used Scotch tape. But I went ahead and just cut it apart because I want to be able to line that black cardstock up perfectly. So right with the edge. And the only way you can kind of sort of do that is if you pull the layouts apart. So there we go. Get that down and then add the other part for the larger photo side. And again, I don't want it to go in the middle since that part of the paper is missing. So I just did it around the edges. And then I'll add that one. And now I'm coming in, add the red mat and then the photo piece. So usually when I cut these apart like that, they end up like not being glued together anymore. So you have to go back and glue them together. But it's okay. I'm getting really good at this part because I do it all the time. I just love the way that a double page layout looks like one single page layout when you add something to the middle and cut it apart. So here I'm going to add that piece of the photo back on. And I want to make sure that it lines up perfectly. There you go. And then my large photo, the 4x6, goes right there in the middle. I needed to add a little bit of liquid glue. It wasn't sticking down for some reason. And then now I'm going to add the other 3 photos. And like I said, he is just making a funny face in that one there that I just put down. And then the other 2, he's just kind of looking off and down. And I just think they look super cute for, 13-year-old boy. Like I said, these were last year's photos. He did not let me take any photos this year, but I do have some 14-year-old photos of him, so I will be scrapbooking those and probably using Rustic Legend because I love this collection. I think it's really great for older boys, and I also think it's really great for sports related. I think it's going to work really well for some of my older son's football layouts. Even my younger son played flag football, but I'm not sure the colors are going to match his flag football photos. But I definitely think they will match the tackle football layouts, and they might even match basketball. So we'll have to see. There, I brought in Simple Stories stamp. That was from an older collection called Bro & Co. I just used the star stamp off of there. I'm going to add this black camera down here at the bottom. And then awesome is going to be my main title. But I am going to add a couple of other little wordy bits and title pieces. And I just think it plays in well with the layout in general. So here I'm adding awesome. And I'm going to add this gold star. I did leave it as one piece. It does come apart into 3 stars, I believe. The yellow, the green, and then there was another star in the middle. I'm going to use the middle star somewhere else, but I went ahead and left the green pattern paper in the gold star. And then We got the Riz. I'm going to add over here. And Riz is something that they say currently. So I went ahead and added that. And then up here in the circle one, it says, "Life is full of an amazing adventure awaiting you." So I went ahead and added that inside of the compass sticker. I covered up the compass sticker, but I like the way that it looks. It adds that pop of yellow up there at the top. And then I'm going to add more stars, all from the sticker sheets. I pulled off as many stars as I possibly could. And then, let's see, disappeared for a minute. Oh, there we go. I'm going to add this sticker border up here, adding a little bit more of the striped paper up there at the top. And that's going to go right at the top of that larger photo. And then I'm going to add another sticker from the sticker sheet. That's a wordy sticker that says "Play hard, dream big." And again, I'm just playing into the theme of the photos. There's not really a theme. Like I said, it was Easter, but I really didn't want to play up Easter on these photos. I more or less just want to play up the fact that, he's a teenager. So down here at the bottom, can't stop, won't stop, built different. And then I add a little arrow to, I believe it'll come in here at the end, and it says epic. And I have it pointing to the number 13, again, because he's 13 years old in these photos. I need to cut that "Play hard, dream big" sticker, so that's why I pulled it off so that I could cut it and then replace it back down. I didn't cut through any of the words, just the gray pattern paper. And then I believe I'm done. Yep, there you go. So I have the layout complete. And again, I love the way that it turned out. I think this is a fantastic collection for older boys and even men. But I definitely think it works really well for older teenage boys, which you always need a good collection for those teenage boys because we don't get them very often. And this one has lots of usable pieces. So I love it. I think it turned out great. And I will have links down below to the kits at the scrap room. And I will see you in another video. Bye.